It's been a disappointing season for Adelaide, but they will try to go out with a bang as they take on the Wellington Phoenix in the Liberty A-League from Service FM Stadium this evening. Wellington Phoenix, they need 2 wins from 2 to avoid the wooden spoon, while for Adelaide, a bye on the final weekend of the season means that tonight is their sign-off for these home fans, the final game of their 18-game home and away campaign. Let's take a look at the Adelaide United team. Coming off a 3-0 defeat to Sydney, they make one change to the starting 11. Ella Tonkin is into the lineup. Jenna McCormick moves to the bench. And where there has been a little bit of shuffling, no Paige Hayward or Chrissy Panagaris tonight, as the likes of Zoe Tolland and Sasha Curry are preferred amongst the substitutes. Wellington, coming off a short turnaround from the game against Newcastle, have made 5 changes to the starters and 5 changes to the bench. Georgia Candy, Ava Pritchard, Claudia Chico, Charlotte Lancaster and Millie Clegg are the 5 inclusions to the starting 11. It means that the bench is completely new compared to that of the weekend. Both teams get to wear their home kit for this one. Adelaide in their traditional red, while the Phoenix are in their yellow and black. And I mentioned 5 changes for the Wellington Phoenix. There's one debutant amongst them, Georgia Candy, the 21-year-old out of Waterside, Karori, which is a Wellington-based club, so great to see a local playing for the Phoenix. She's been sitting on the bench pretty much all season waiting for this opportunity and gets her first appearance as a start in the Liberty A-League tonight. Adrian Stenter, lots of speculation about his future. Will this be his last game in charge? He was Coach of the Year this time last season. Unfortunately for Adelaide, they have flipped their record. It was 9 wins and 5 losses out of 14 last campaign. This season, it's 5 wins and 9 losses to go with 3 draws. So Wellington will attack the left of your screens in this first half, and Fiona Wirtz will be attacking in the other direction for Adelaide. She was the Golden Boot and Julie Dolan medalist a season ago. It hasn't been the campaign that Fiona Wirtz was hoping for. Just the 2 goals this season, both headers. She hasn't scored with her boots this season. And so there'll be plenty of interest in this one. Wellington dropping their latest Football Ferns squad, Football New Zealand today, and it's got plenty of connections to this Phoenix team, and all of them are trying to impress ahead of the Women's World Cup. And certainly the likes of a Betsy Hassett right here on the ball will be trying to finish the season strong. Here's Millie Clegg, who was included in that team, the 17-year-old, looking to become a World Cup bolter for New Zealand's cause. Playing it back to the one Australian in the lineup tonight, Claudia Chico. And now we see Mackenzie Barry, who is also a member of that New Zealand international team, playing the pass out to Clegg on the right. Nat Lawrence, of course, it's a 4-game longer season than last campaign. Wellington picked up 7 points last term. This year they've already got 9, but they've only won the same number of games, 2 wins out of 16. Here's Ella Tonkin. Great to see her back in the starting 11. Hope that foot is all right. Can't just be coincidence that her injury really was timed almost in accordance with Adelaide's big form slump. Wirtz swings the ball through the box, and it just evades all players, including Amelia Murray, who'll chase it out down to the corner. Westland up against Charlotte Lancaster, who's going to protect the ball here and see it over the line. He's only made a dozen appearances in the A-League Women's over 2 seasons now, Lancaster, the 19-year-old, so the chance to start will be one she'll relish. Here's Michaela Foster with the throw-in. And that pass over the top from Isabel Hodgson, just a little overhit. And all of these touches will be confidence boosters for Georgia Candy on debut. They've only met the 3 times. Adelaide have won all 3 of them. Here's Nanako Sasaki. Clearance only as far as Misha Westland. And her pass just a little underhit. Lancaster knocks it away. Pritchard has shaken off the knock from before. Now charging out of the centre of defence, Kate Taylor to Grace Wisniewski. All a little bit hurried and hectic, and Westland is able to steer the ball out to the right. Amelia Murray loves to build up a head of steam and a bit of momentum. Murray cut central. Chloe Knott knew exactly what was coming. Now the Phoenix will look to build. Betsy Hassett telegraphed the pass. Hodgson Onto it in a flash and looking to repel. Hodgson. Fiona Wirtz, a quick head check for what's going on in the middle. And Claudia Chico right there on the case and appealing that it should be a goal kick, not a corner. The referee doesn't agree. There's Adrienne Stenter watching on. And as the corner flag is wiped out, the ball goes out for a goal kick. Fairly sturdy corner flag, that too. Well, 15 minutes, one combined shot between the two teams, none on target so far. The game very much in need of a spark at the moment. Seemingly two quite evenly matched sides. Safe to say that the meeting over in Wellington earlier in the season was not a memorable one. Adelaide really playing a game that in every sense of the word deserved to be a 0-0 draw, if not for Chelsea Dorber's cross that was turned in for an own goal by Mackenzie Barry. Speaking of Chelsea, Dorber actually scored on her Damallsvenskan debut over in Sweden overnight for Norrköping. Lots of happy former teammates in Adelaide for Chelsea Dorber that her move to Europe is going well. And Wellington have come unstuck here with the back pass that leaves Candy with too much to do. It's going to be a corner kick and a little freebie for the home side here. Here's another look, Mackenzie Barry. Maybe her ears were burning as I mentioned that own goal last time the teams met, because that wasn't her finest pass. And so Mindy Barbieri will again be looking to put it on the head of Marushka Waldis or Ella Tonkin, both congregated at the near post in a big pack of players. Here comes the corner kick. Barbieri is putting it on the roof of the nets. And it was a vicious in-swinger, but a little bit too much curve on it. And Georgia Candy won't mind waving that one over the crossbar and out. Kate Taylor's pass out into open space. It is a very big pitch, Service FM Stadium. For those of you that haven't been to the ground, it's a newly opened venue. As we take another look here at the corner from Barbieri that ended up on the roof of the net. Steers the ball over to the right side. Millie Clegg. Jags inside here, Clegg. Can she show us what she can do on the left foot? Oh, takes a deflection and wins a corner. You got to remember, it's 17. Millie Clegg is still adding tricks to a various array of things she can do out there on the field. She's already shown us speed, good finishing skills, a sense for goal. Here's another look at how this chance was able to shake out off the heels of Marushka Waldis for that corner. Lancaster to take. In swing into the near post and headed in. Chloe Knott was able to get ahead on the ball, and Adelaide not able to defend it at the near post. Wellington lead, and hopes of avoiding the wooden spoon remain alive for now. Frustration for the Adelaide defence. Chloe Knott nodding in her third A-League women's goal, first of the season. Just read the ball best in the air, simple as that. Amelia Murray was there next to her at the post. You see Knott getting up above Sasaki, Waldis not in the equation, and the goalkeeper not in the equation either. Lots of Adelaide players around the ball, but none of them could stop Chloe Knott. I tell you what, Melbourne Victory will be watching this game, and they won't be enjoying it either, because of course they have a do-or-die game on Saturday over in Wellington against the Phoenix. And they've got a motivated opponent that they're going to have to play against, especially if the Phoenix have the carrot of avoiding the wooden spoon. Adelaide looking for an instant equaliser, and they get it. Fiona Wirtz, 3 goals this season, all of them off the head. Wellington were barely in front for 60 seconds. And Fiona Wirtz, goals have been hard to come by this season, but it's 3 headers. Amelia Murray, the cross from deep, and Wirtz rising above Chico was able to knot it in. Not much Georgia Candy could do once it met the head of Wirtz. Well, Wellington switched off after scoring. It's a time where so many teams are vulnerable. Betsy Hassett. Foster has been starting to advance more and more into the attacking half. Driving across, oh, nearly an assist, perhaps should have been an assist. Ava Pritchard can't believe she took a fresh air swing at the ball. And the Phoenix, well, that's been their best chance to score from open play so far, and it's all thanks to Michaela Foster here. Again, responding to another Football Ferns call-up with a really good display so far. And Ava Pritchard really just needed to make contact with that ball there, and it would have been testing the keeper, if not flying into the back of the net. Can Adelaide manufacture one more chance before the break here? As we have another look at Mindy Barbieri right from the top of the D, but didn't do enough to move Georgia Candy either side. Kate Taylor here, bit of a risky back pass. Barbieri coming in from the blind side. Ball is cleared away. Holmes. One last hurrah for Adelaide at the end of the half. Holmes slides it to Murray, and Amelia Murray goes out on the wide angle, squaring the ball. Oh, and Holmes hit the shot. And Adelaide have their best chance to add a second right at the end of the half as Misha Westland puts the ball into the gloves of Georgia Candy. And Dylan Holmes, well, the same end that she had the header against Perth Glory that hit the post. This should have been 2-1. A player of her skill to just miss the ball and ended up hitting her standing leg. And that was the last act of the first half. So Adelaide, a couple of shots on target to end, but the game is still tied for now. The goals came just 1 minute and 15 seconds apart. It's Adelaide United 1, Wellington Phoenix 1. Penultimate game for the Wellington Phoenix. They need to win in order to keep any hopes alive of avoiding the wooden spoon. And we're going to see one half-time substitution. And that is Katie Bowler coming on for Nanako Sasaki, interestingly, at half-time. And we're back underway with Adelaide attacking the left of your screens under the artificial light at Service FM Stadium in the second half. And we see Misha Westland driving in a low cross. And the shot now high over the bar, and the substitute, well, it's been deflected. Going to be a corner kick, but repeating that substitution, it is Katie Bowler who has come on for Nanako Sasaki at the halftime break. Mindy Barbieri will go and take this corner kick. Steps out the run-up. Adelaide looking for the ideal start to the second 45. Barbieri puts it on the roof of the net, and that's the second time in the game that has happened now. Still looking for her bearings over the dead ball. You see there was not any wind to affect that one, just a miscalculation in the end of where the ball was directed. Hassett able to turn. Tonkin held her up briefly. Lancaster making the run. First time cross. It's a cross shot. It's landing on the roof of the net. And that element of surprise, Charlotte Lancaster, you always debate, did the player mean it when those end up dropping in the back of the net? Pretty sure that was a mishit cross, but Lancaster would have certainly had heart in mouth there, hoping that it might fall into the back of the net. Annalie Grove will get up the happier that it didn't. As we see a bit of a body slam here from Ella Tonkin falling into the back of Ava Pritchard. Free kick to Wellington. And again, Michaela Foster, go to work. We saw a free kick from a central position like this, which was quite ineffective in the first half. So we'll see if she's honed her radar here. And Tonkin, well, maybe accidentally on purpose, falling into the back of Ava Pritchard there. Annalie Grove is set up on the goal line, ready to jump. Foster goes for it. It catches a deflection on the way through. And so the Phoenix stay on the attack. Chico. Cross on the turn. Hassett went for the volley. Blocked away. Foster's follow-up. Oh, it goes just wide. Oh, that looked in off the boot. It's gone just wide of the post. and Adelaide avoid falling behind. Michaela Foster narrowly misses out on her second goal of the season. Goal kick taken quickly. Wirtz. Holmes. Back to the keeper. Hassett chasing. Wellington forcing the giveaway. Pritchard's first touch not there when she needed it, though. Oh, Phoenix nearly taking over and cashing in a dangerous position. Here's another look at that follow-up. Great strike off the boot. Oh, how did that stay out? So close. It really did look like it was on target, and it's just squeaked past the post. Mindy Barbieri, her first season in Adelaide is over. He's going to leave the game, and Zoe Tolland will come on. And so the other subs who have gone through is Jenna McCormick, who has come on for Ella Tonkin. So 74 minutes for Ella Tonkin on her starting return after a long time out injured. And this pass here, the flag stays down. Millie Clegg is through, and it's a goal for Clegg. Well, Adelaide subbed off Ella Tonkin, and in the very next phase of play, Millie Clegg has scored a goal for Wellington. And what a perfect way to mark her call up to the Football Ferns. This World Cup bolter is heading for potentially big things on the grandest stage of them all. It was a great pass. Emma Main, the new player, defence splitting there. And Millie Clegg was able to round the keeper and roll it into an empty net for her third goal of the campaign, the 17-year-old. Well, they've unearthed another gem here, the Wellington Phoenix. It was Alyssa Wynnum last season, and Millie Clegg this one. Adelaide need a response. Foul, and a hard foul here, and Wellington, have they learnt their lesson from the first half where they conceded just 30 seconds after kickoff? Having taken the lead, it'll be slightly longer here, but they're going to need to lock down and defend this free kick. And I tell you what, if you ever needed an example of the value of Ella Tonkin to this Adelaide team, they really did go and concede from the very first passage of play after she left the game. And perhaps endemic of their season where they were on that winning streak before she got injured. And things really fell apart once she was out of the team. So free kick for Adelaide. They were able to draw level almost immediately in the first half. They're looking for something similar here. Tell you what, Melbourne Victory would be watching on here, just hoping that Adelaide do get something out of today. They don't want the Phoenix having the carrot dangled of avoiding the wooden spoon. They'll be difficult enough across the ditch this weekend without it. Here's Holmes on the free kick. Hangs it up, the header, and it's off the post. Walder's close. And now Wirtz into traffic, it's deflected away. Well, they nearly got the instant equaliser again, Adelaide. That one flush off the woodwork. Holmes. Now McCormick swinging in the cross. The header down. Goalkeeper was out of the equation, but the defence covered. I don't want to let the ball go out, Wellington. They're going to keep it live, even though it's pretty frantic in there at the moment. Waldes. Wirtz dispossessed. Chico. As things stand, Wellington would pass last season's win tally. They've already passed last season's points tally, but don't forget it's a 4-game longer season. Here we go with the look again. Waldes' header off the post. Bowler was right there. Sasha Curry was right there. Neither of them could get to the ball. Swings in a cross. Oh, not dealt with it at all. Curry! Oh, Sasha Curry didn't hit it truly. Looked promising as the ball set up for her, but just didn't catch it right. And it tumbles out for a goal kick instead. And the eyes would have lit up there for the youngster, 17 years old out of the NTC, but just volleyed it into the turf. Here's Dylan Holmes shooting from distance. Holmes with a tracer bullet, and it's saved by Candy. And Chico whips it off the byline and stops it going behind for a corner. But Georgia Candy comes up with an important save. Curry flips the ball into the box, shouts for handball, shouts for a foul. Referee holds the whistle. Dylan Holmes there stinging the palms of Georgia Candy with that long shot. Here's another look. Holmes, really good trajectory. And it took a dive and a save and a good parry in a central position, but certainly needed a good stop to be able to parry it away. And drives it away for the Phoenix. Emily Hodgson, the crowd rise. Quick 1-2 here, and that one is too slick even for Bowler to run onto. Vosper's throw. It's a result that will mean just as much for Newcastle and for Melbourne Victory as it will for Wellington here. A result that keeps them alive to avoid the wooden spoon on the final Saturday of the season, and gives them that little bit extra incentive to play spoiler for Victory, who themselves need to win in order to punch their ticket to the finals. So we see the ball booted back and forth. McCormick, left it at the feet of Wisniewski. And Grace Wisniewski can run. McCormick back, trying to make amends. Still Wisniewski, ball glued to her feet, lays it off. Millie Clegg has one, goes for a second, and she's got it. With the aid of a deflection, the Phoenix are gonna win. With the aid of a deflection, Millie Clegg, you'd think it'll be her second. Will a harsh judge take it off her for an own goal? It was unfortunate for Marushka Waldis. The goalkeeper got a touch as well. Grace Wisniewski, a great driving run after stealing the ball. Oh, it's tough. That'll be one for the dubious goals panel for now. We'll say it's Millie Clegg with a double. I'm not sure. I mean, if that goes down as an own goal, you'd have to say it wasn't necessarily a shot on target from Millie Clegg. But for now, it's been credited as her goal. And that will take us to the end of stoppage, and it will take Adelaide United to the end of the season. A disappointing campaign, not able to back up their first appearance in finals. And they go out on a sour note with a home defeat to the Wellington Phoenix here. Wellington, though, they will be cock-a-hoop going into Saturday's game against Melbourne Victory, and they will have the incentive of eliminating the defending Liberty A-League champions to motivate them this weekend. It's a happy trip to Adelaide for Wellington, and it is a marvellous day for Millie Clegg, this 17-year-old sensation, who is surely going to take the World Cup by storm for the Football Ferns. Adelaide's season is over. It ends in defeat. Full time, Adelaide United 1, Wellington Phoenix 3.